Good morning, tubers. As you could see, I am back from one of my flea market adventures. I decided to bring you guys along this time kind of chronologically, starting with Saturday morning. Please watch and enjoy. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Good morning, tubers. Welcome to Saturday. The great adventure begins. The odyssey to hit the big flea markets in Pennsylvania is underway. So I made it to Morningstar in Thomasville, not far from York, Pennsylvania. You know, the problem with all these flea markets is they're just disappearing. The one I like to frequent in Fishkill, New York, has closed. This one, Morningstar, has some financial problems that I was reading about in the paper. So, God knows how long it's going to last. I figure I might as well take advantage while I'm here. Good morning, tubers. It's about 4:30 a.m. on Sunday. I've only had one cup of coffee so far, so I'm still waking up. And I'm getting ready to go to Williams Grove. Got a beautiful night going on here. Let's see if we can't get you some moon up there. There you go. I'm just loading up some of my prized possessions that I bought from Morningstar yesterday. The Tacoma truck is all ready to go. Just have to load, check out, grab another cup of coffee, and we're on our way. 5 a.m. Williams Grove. So I forgot this on the back of my truck and nobody took it. Amazing, eh? And most of the flea markets I go to, that'd be long gone. So when I go to the flea market, I'm always thinking about what do I need, what projects do I have cooking, what should I buy right up front, what should I look for, I guess is basically the words I'm going to use. And specifically, I knew I wanted a wire brush because I have to pull the rear end out of that thing, get some rust preservative on it, and get forward and reverse going. So, you know, I was kind of thinking about that. I got a trailer project I've been thinking about, so I wanted a 1 7/8 inch toe ball. I've been after a 21 socket. I would have preferred a deeper version, but this is the best I could find, and that finishes this socket set, right? So that's kind of the first mindset I go along with. When it comes to handy things, I ended up with this job box. I bought it in Rhinebeck a while ago, and the handy thing is, kind of if you spread out all over the driveway and the weather goes ugly, you can obviously reload it. So whilst I was there and walking around, the guy had this one. This has more of the wing version. It was $20. Right, it's aluminum. It's actually pretty light to haul about. So, you know, I bought it. I figure it'll be helpful. I'm always using these Ryobi tools, and sometimes, particularly like this guy, I like to use those to start engines, and it's really hard on them. I've burned out one of them so far. So whenever I see Ryobi tools, I grab them quickly. All four of those with the, these have NiCad batteries, and it looks like I got 2 NiCad batteries. I did not get a charger, though I have other chargers floating around. Gave them like $12 for all of them. So that makes them about $3 each. Given that, once again, the all-in-one battery fits, if you're out buying this guy, you'll spend more than $3 or more than $12. These are Harley pipes. I paid $8 for the pair. He wanted 10, and I really didn't want to carry them, and we ended up settling at 8. I need to put together a better exhaust system for the Warrior, and I figure there's quite a few bends here, so I'd be able to perhaps cut and paste myself an exhaust system. Battery charger was $1. I can't seem to pass those up no matter how hard I try, and it does work. That's the bag the Ryobi stuff came in. A lot of times when you're at the market, you run across different things. Different people have different things. This pile of lights, I think it's 2 or 3 sets of this. The pile of lights were $1. And then these were $1 each. These particularly, you know, $1. These came with a remote control. See the remote control there. So you can do these so that the red marches to green, the green marches to red. They change back and forth between red and green on their own. Remote control, LED lights. How could you pass that up? This, believe it or not, came from my friend Red at the flea market. I picked up a bunch of these. I just thought they might be interesting as part of a lighting project on one of the all-terrain vehicles. Our friend here was just in the box. This goes from USB to Apple phone, and they're Christmas lights. They came from the Amazon return lady. I think I gave her $2 for them. These came from the truck stop return guy. They were $1 each. I also picked up the fan from him and these 2 fans. In my mind is that heater project, and also looking at these, they have a couple of other things going for them. See that huge clamp and all? I figure perhaps we're clamping a GoPro camera to something. And they also have the light on the end of a long wire. So that kind of stuff always comes in handy. And then as you're walking about, you just find random stuff. The clutch was $5. The watches were like $1 each. One needs a band, one needs a battery. These were free. I was buying some stuff from a guy, and he threw them into the bin I was carrying and said, yeah, take this stuff too. The batteries total were $11. I think this was $6 and this was $5. The meter, I'm just a sucker for buying these meters. It was part of another deal, less than $1. This was $5. It's 2 separate sets. They're junk tools, handy for the glove compartment or Christmas time. The siren was the Amazon return lady. It was $2. And also from the Amazon return lady, I mentioned the Christmas lights. Bought this radio. This is one of those crank weather and all that stuff radios.
South winds around 5 miles per hour. And for the eastern Catskills.
So, you know, it does everything it should, including the solar charging. The only thing is it's missing the lithium ion battery pack. If I would have noticed it at the time, I would have dug for it, but I didn't notice it, so I didn't dig for it. This was like $1. It's missing the outdoor sensor. Doesn't really matter to me. It'll tell me the temperature of the room it's sitting in. This box, I bought this and some other stuff from a woman. Probably, it says $1. I think it cost me 50 cents. This was the Amazon lady again, $2. This was part of a throw-in. I think I got it from Red. This came from the Amazon person. The batteries are dead or charging, but if you put it in the sun, right? So, thought it was cool that right, it's got solar panels, obviously. Kind of like that. You know, all-terrain vehicle, taillight. ATV. These are headlights and they're lithium ion. I happen to own one of these already. I bought it. It cost me like $20. I managed to pick up all 3 of these for $5. Woman was selling her husband's stuff, and he was very non-committal, and he was leaving the stand to go get an egg sandwich or something. And she said to him, you know, if you leave, I'm going to sell your stuff for next to nothing. He said, I don't care. I don't want to see it anymore. And sure enough, 3 for $5. Right? That's back to next to nothing. PB Blaster feels like more or less a full can, quarter. You know, lighter fluid's always handy. These lights here, you can see if you look inside, that's LED, LED, LED. And the other ones, though they use incandescent and 120 volts, they turn on and off with the, they have daylight sensors. Here's some other tools I picked up. This Stanley box, you know, this was when Stanley is overseas now. But the guy threw in the box when I was buying some other stuff, so it was basically free. Right? They're worth free. These are actually Craftsman Allen keys, and I've been after 5mm. It seems that I use that everywhere. So my sets are complete, but I just as soon have a 5mm or 2 that I could just have off to the side. This Black & Decker wrench I thought was interesting. It's one of those expandable wrenches. Right. You can shrink it back down to size, you know, just in case you really got to put a knuckle's worth into something. Cobalt, 1/4 inch. What I really liked about this set is it goes all the way to 14. It's obviously 6-point. Very handy to have 1/4 inch drive. You guys know I buy these whenever I can. This happens to be the one where the metal goes completely through. You can tell it's a bit heavier to handle. So you can really lean on that. Always good. Most of the time I pay $1 or $2 for this stuff. Right? These were part of another deal, so these were probably about $1.25 each. The fit and finish is really nice. It says 17 on both sides. That makes it handy. It says Mighty Max OX. However one would possibly say that. I like the finish. It really reminded me, the fit and finish really reminded me of the Matco stuff. So I picked them up 8, 10, 12, 17. So missing 14. Whenever I see stainless steel quality stuff, I pick it up. These came from a guy whose grandfather, he was a younger guy, I guess worked for the telephone company. So you can see it says Bell System on it. Made in America. This also, C.P. Jameson, he, you know, once again, telephone company scissors, really good. These were 2 for $5. The little cut-off wheels. I got through a lot of these. This was like $1/4. It seems that I'm always wearing these things out. Let's see. These are that's Craftsman, made in the USA. Whenever I could get Craftsman stuff made here in America, I try to get it because it won't be long before one can't. Yeah, see, this is made in the USA. I think I did fairly well. I picked up 2 of these boxes, right? This guy and that guy. They're probably from the 50s or 60s. Obviously, you could see I'm going to use them for tools. They're really, really good at that, sorting and carrying and all. They have handles on both sides. I don't know if their original origin was military. I didn't look at them close enough to see if it said USS whatever, Roosevelt or anything on them, but they're very, very well made. There was a time before stainless steel became everywhere that people actually use these to cook and everything. So I'll wire. Both rolls of wire were $1. Back to that woman who said she was going to sell her husband stuff cheap. There's other interesting stuff you see when you're walking around, like this. See, it says razor on it. So obviously it's for a razor. It's got a trunk. So the razor seat was $1. The bin, the closet bin, and all the L brackets for hanging shelving. These were $5 for everything. I don't know, there's got to be 20 of them in here. I don't know if you guys have bought these L brackets lately. They're $2 to $3 each, depending on the size. And I don't know if you guys have bought a bin lately. This is the junkier kind, but still they're $5. So, this is my amazing haul. I'm sure some of you would say, great, more junk. And some of you guys will think, wow, you really, really scored. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the videos that go with this. And in the meantime, I want to thank you all for dropping by to watch and comment and subscribe. Please remember, feet down, heads up, and get out and enjoy each and every day. You don't know how many you're going to get, so get out and have some fun. And be careful out there. Bye now.